Why are rural roads in Pennsylvania a place where more accidents can happen than the interstate highway system? If you've ever driven on the back roads of Pennsylvania, you'll know, first of all, there are 2 lanes. There's a uniform size, but that doesn't always mean that the road is meeting the actual width it should be, because some roads on the rural roads are state roads. Some are county, some are town, some are township. They're all different entities that are paying to build these roads and maintain these roads. So you don't have a uniform size on the road. Now, not to mention, most people, when they go out for a night of having fun or drinking, they decide, I'm going to take the back roads home because the cops won't be there. That is also another danger of being on a back road, a rural road in Pennsylvania, is that you do have a disproportionate number of people who have been drinking or doing other things and then get behind the wheel. Probably the biggest problem with driving on the back roads in Pennsylvania is what I like to call the Indy 500 syndrome. People who just think that it's open season, that they can blow all the carbon out of their engine. They can just, make up whatever time they feel they have lost and fly. And the roads aren't designed for that. They're not designed to hold you. They're not designed for the car to bank like it's at the third turn up a Pocono. They're not designed for that. They're designed for the speed limit. So there's a reason that there's a speed limit on these roads. If it says 25 miles an hour, it's not because they just, they don't want you driving any faster than 25 miles an hour. It is not safe to drive faster than 25 miles an hour and be able to stop your car in a safe amount of time to avoid a collision. That's why on the back roads, you don't see it where it's 55 or 60 or 70 miles an hour, because you don't have the braking distance, you don't have the sight distance, you don't have the width, you have too many things coming into the road. I mean, when you're on a rural road, there are roads coming out of everywhere, and then there's farms that have, pastures that open up into the road, and there's driveways. People just are running around and not paying attention. So, you do take your life in your hands at times when you're going on the back roads in Pennsylvania, especially if you do it at night. On top of everything else, you have one other thing that you don't really have on the interstates: wild animals. I don't know if you've come along a bear or a deer or some other large animal on the road. Let me tell you, that is a terrifying situation. And a lot of people want to avoid hitting the animal, and they swerve and they don't pay attention to the fact that there's a car coming in the other way. So instead of hitting the deer, they hit the old lady in her Buick. There's a big problem with wild animals also on back roads, and that is twice the danger for motorcyclists than it is for people in an automobile. The back roads are the Wild West in Pennsylvania, honestly, and if you can stick to the interstates, I would suggest that.